Welcome back to the channel, everyone. I hope everybody is doing well. I know I've been gone for a little bit, I hope everybody enjoyed their July 4th, which I'm late on because we're now in July 9th. But nevertheless, let's get into it, man. So, Suicide Squad Azika, if I pronounce that right, Azikai or Azika. I'm gonna just say Azika, right? So, I'll say 2 days ago, they came out with the first 4 episodes of season one, and this anime also been it's been anticipated too. We've been waiting on this too, because ever since they announced it, it looked pretty interesting and everything. So I got to watch the first 3 episodes. I would say, well, 2 episodes, and then I was in the middle of the third episode. But yeah, so far the animation style is pretty decent. Like, if I had to rate the animation style, I'll probably give it a 7.5 or a 8. It's pretty good. Now, what's interesting is you do have the original characters that's in the Suicide Squad, which is Deadshot, Peacemaker, Harley Quinn, King Shark, but they have yet to put the Boomerang guy in there yet. And also they added somebody new, which I didn't know. Maybe it's in the comics or something like that. But Clayface is in the Suicide Squad. But I'm like, his character is a bit odd to me, because his character not supposed to be acting like that. His character is acting like he's in a play or whatever, and he's like more, I'll say more friendlier. Like, his character is supposed to be, I'll say, more vicious. Like, that's what I'm saying. His character is odd because his character don't normally act that way. In the beginning of the show, they had Joker in there, but ever since Harley Quinn and the group got teleported to the different world, Joker just been in the original world. And then they got Amanda Waller, who's leading the operation, who's telling, basically giving orders, because that's what she does. So she's in her normal role. They also had Katana in the beginning in the first episode, but she didn't teleport to the new world. So, but everybody else seems to original characters, the original group. It's just Clayface a little bit shocking. I'm like, Clayface in the Suicide Squad now. But since they got teleported to the new world, it's been action, which I like. I appreciate it. And it's, the story has been progressing. They basically got teleported there for resources, to make first contact. But they said a group before them got teleported there, and it was only one survivor out of that group. So that's pretty interesting to me. But yeah, they basically got teleported to that new world for resources and to make first contact with the outsiders in that world. Well, you wouldn't consider them outsiders because it's their world, and the Suicide Squad basically invaded their world. Not invaded, but showed up in their world. So they not really invaders. I'll just say, how would I say it? First contact with, man, I can't even think of it. First contact with strangers. I'm gonna just say strangers. Okay, so they was there to make first contact with strangers and to find out how to get the resources, the water, anything exotic over there that can help, the human race, basically. But yeah, that's the whole story and the whole reason that they got teleported over there, which is, it's easy to follow along, and it's a little bit comedic in a sense, because they have these comedic scenes, which I personally like. They blend in a little bit of comedian-ish with seriousness. I said seriousness, but seriousness, you know, and I find that interesting. Like I said, that's like a hard thing to do, to sort of blend comedy in a little bit with action and like a serious type of story. But yeah, it's pretty interesting so far. If I had to rate this anime, I don't want to say too much about the anime. That's why I didn't go too much into detail. But yeah, that's probably just, you know, the tip of the iceberg, you know, well, the whole reason why they got teleported. But yeah, if I had to rate this anime, I'll probably give it a solid 7.5. I feel like they can improve on certain things, you know, because when the group is interacting with certain beings or strangers, right? The language barrier. Like, I get they trying to be realistic, but like the language barrier is like you don't understand what that person is saying. You know, it's only certain characters they interact with that speak English and stuff like that. Like we understand, but there's certain characters in there that, you know, we don't understand, and they just existing, I guess, just talking. And it's just like, I wish they could have, like, I don't know, like put up subtitles or something like that, or, you know, or maybe it's just the one I'm watching it on, but yeah, it's like no subtitles when they talking. It's just like, you just gotta understand the situation which they're put in. You know, they basically, when they got teleported over there and nobody spoke a lick of English, which, you know, is realistic, they basically had to read the room. Like, they had to understand body language and, you know, stuff like that, which I find interesting and realistic. That's probably one of the reasons why I'm like, okay, you know, they trying to go for the realistic type of thing. But I just kind of wish they should have added in subtitles or something like that to make it easier to, like, you know, understand what's going on. Like, you have to read the room and then basically go off of what those characters think and saying, you know. But yeah, it's pretty interesting. But like I said, if I had to rate this anime, I'll probably give it a 7.5 or 8. It's definitely one to check out, and I'm interested in seeing how far along they're gonna progress. I hope they have a lot of episodes. I hope they don't stop at like 7 or 8 episodes. I hope they have at least a decent, I don't know, 12 episodes. 12 episodes will be good. But yeah, it's pretty interesting, and like I said, I'm interested in seeing how far it's gonna progress. And none of the characters are in their uniforms. Like, none of them. Like, they're not in the Peacemaker uniform, not in the Deadshot uniform, not in, well, Clayface, he don't really have a uniform. He just turned into Clay. Harley Quinn, she's not in the original uniform. King Shark, he don't really have a uniform. I'm just surprised they didn't put the Boomerang guy in there. Maybe later on in the episodes he'll probably appear or something like that, and they'll probably put him in there. But yeah, this new Clayface he's a bit strange, you know. He thinks he's in a play, which is interesting. It's an interesting take on Clayface. But yeah, I give it a 7.5 to an 8, you know. But yeah, I'm interested in seeing how far they're gonna go. Hey guys, before I end this video, I also like to sort of make a comparison. This Suicide Squad Ezekiel sort of reminds me of, it was a previous video I did on this anime. This anime is on Amazon Prime, and I think a couple of other things, but it's called Vox Machina, if I pronounce that right. So the Suicide Squad sort of reminds me of that anime. Like they have very similar styles of like story and the progression, you know, with the comedy mixed in with the seriousness, you know. But Suicide Squad, they known for, you know, they comedic and seriousness at the same time. But as far as like transferring it into anime, I felt like that was something sort of hard to do. But yeah, it sort of reminds me of Vox Machina. Hopefully I pronounced that right. But yeah, them two are very similar, you know. And I hope Suicide Squad continues to progress like Vox Machina did. But yeah, I just wanted to add those 2 cents in. But yeah, let's continue with the video. And with that being said, we got other reviews on this channel, and based on those reviews, you can go take a look at those animes. We also have reactions on this channel, and based on those reactions, you can also take a look at those animes. And I'm out.